NBA Youngboy officially returns to prison after this. Free NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy might have just caused the end of his rap career. Youngboy is facing a 25 to life with the possible chance of no parole, and you wouldn't even think this was his fault. Seems like NBA might be in breach of his parole, and if he's found guilty, it looks like we won't be hearing from him for a while. Before we get into this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword Youngboy for a chance at winning our giveaway. In the past 3 years, NBA Youngboy has been in prison 13 times. At his level in his career, you would think the need of doing illegal things would have calmed down. In his last court hearing, the judge stated, "If you come in breach of this patrol, you are willing to face 20 plus years." The 20 years could potentially be the end of Youngboy and his whole rap career, leaving it all the nothing. Due to NBA Youngboy being affiliated with rapper Quando Rondo, he will be investigated due to the incident that happened to King Von. With having a criminal history, this tends to happen as you are seen to never look the criminal life away and always drive back to it. Knowing that he has some correlation to the crime, Youngboy seems to be in the deep end, and it's not looking so good for him. Being that Rondo is the biggest suspect, some speculations have been thrown onto Youngboy for setting up the whole thing. Prior to the whole thing, Von was sitting in his car for 40 minutes not talking to anybody but just getting the details of Rondo's location. And many are tying Youngboy into that. Seems kinda weird Youngboy would be setting up Rondo, or did he actually that the trigger would have been pulled on Von? Though there's no proof so far, we just have to wait and see what the court has to say. The only thing known right is leaked phone calls of Youngboy the night of. It seems like Youngboy was in contact with a crew member there the night of. Nothing has been said from that crew member except that he just wanted to check up on them. Sounds pretty suspicious when you ask me. Why would he be checking in at that moment if he didn't know something was about to go down? Knowing Youngboy, the skies are the limit. Being so big in his community, he is looked at as a god in the streets of Louisiana, and even making efforts to control the streets of Atlanta. With all his connections in his label, signing well-known artists does a couple more things than make him money. Quando being a top-tier gangster in the streets of Atlanta, it has opened up many doors for the Louisiana native artist to move his liabilities down there. Being able to control two big regions has given Youngboy the keys to respect in the streets. Lil Durk, also being known as a felon, has fallen in the same footsteps as Youngboy. Still trying to fight a case he had earlier in the year, Durk has just dug himself into a bigger mess. Being that Durk was tied into many things with Von was, it won't be weird if he is already being interrogated, as he could play a big part in all of this. Looks like these well-known artists have just made an even bigger name for themselves. Durk and Youngboy have been going back and forth for a while now. This so-called beef isn't anything new to the community. The two seem to be out for each other's necks. Now Youngboy having ties with this just fires Durk up even more, and the outcome could end with either leaving Rondo or Youngboy in the dirt. Hard to hear, but seeing that almost everyone in Chicago is despising Youngboy and Quando, the whole idea seems possible in many aspects. Now with Von gone, it seems all his legal problems have been dropped and the family won't have to deal with the big mess. Von's recent case also had Durk involved, and the two were waiting to go back onto a trial. With COVID-19 spreading, the court had to later schedule their court dates, leaving the boys to be free longer. If Durk has any ties with this case, it'll just leave him in the same fate as Youngboy, facing a 20-year-plus case on his hands. With many rappers getting locked up nowadays, it would seem to not change anything. The community is used to rappers having a bad act and always wanting to cause trouble. As we know, Youngboy being one of them, facing multiple charges of assault. With these rappers having a bad outlook on the world, many think they're invincible. Rondo being one thinks he can come to Chicago and stand a chance against the streets of O-Block, not knowing if he dives into that he won't come out so successful. Youngboy as well, exchanging with all these Chicago rappers isn't so safe. Chicago rappers seem to have a part in them where they are willing to drop everything if it's worth it, and with Von being the main character, anybody would be willing to avenge him. I mean, who wouldn't want a piece of that $1 million? Lately, Youngboy has been on fire with the music he's been producing lately, so hopefully he can keep out of trouble and try to turn this situation around. The rap game has been expanding in many ways, and Youngboy is a part of that. Hopefully, we can have many more albums to listen to. That's all we have for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in till the end. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword Youngboy for a chance at winning our giveaway. See you next time on Lime Report.
If you think just be trying to just say the wild, like, yo, not when you see that shit, you be saying nothing, or you just like,
Man,
that's the internet.
big brother, hey, you could never profile a real I ain't never told on nobody nothing. My rap sheet speak for it all. We ain't gotta say nothing. Half of these man, half of these ain't never laid down. You ain't never laid down. You hear me? I know for sure you ain't living how we live. We on sight.
Yeah, so that internet don't really bother you then.
What you said?